You deserve flowers. Like, you deserve flowers. You deserve all of the good things.
Let's go terrestrial.
It's weird though, because when you get in the sun, it's not cold. Okay, what's good, y'all? So I'm very excited today because we are at the LEGO Botanical Garden and they have some type of like Lego exhibit that we're about to figure it out. I hope, because it's no signage. I looked on their Instagram and everything, there's nothing there. So maybe they didn't want to promote it too much. I don't know. But what website? I did look on the website and I found a couple other places, but it wasn't much information about it. So hopefully they wouldn't have us on like a wild goose chase. And I really don't even know where we're going. We'll be back.
On my knee, all this big it, hop off a chick, barely get rich. Cash to the more run, I get a check. You selling run on my pants and my jeans. Chanel a dress, you love a mess. I eat a flesh, you know the rest. Count up 100, couple Rolex. Shine like the sun, you truly blessed. You told me 10, and they clip up like I hoop with these jets. This is on me, got my Gucci shirt wet. Him in my bag, don't get used to the rest. With this school where they teach you for this. I heard this shoes for the drip, I invest. I'm the boss man, I can't catch you to this. All the cool fast when they hit with it. Now that I'm home, back out the road, we shut it down, where they sold. Checks on the streets, in them a fold, sand on my feet, put it on toes, take it with me, double your dose, covered with angels that's watching my soul. Check out a bed, it's bigger window, I beat the intent, but I got the info. I feel like I'm frozen, I'm covered in gold.
Right here, this thing.
I didn't want you to go with that.
Okay. So cute. Mine kind of turned too though. My turn. I think it should not like.
What do you use your
Like the rest of the petals.
Okay, do you want
With this school where they teach you for this. I heard this shoes for the drip, I invest.
Do you guys want me to take one for you? Okay. Sure. There you go.
Thank you. Did you guys want one?
Yeah, we do. Okay. I don't know if we can pose as cute as you. Mr. Genius Idiot. Mr. Genius Idiot.
Okay, y'all, so we found it. Say hi to. So we found it, and it actually was not in the botanical garden. It was inside Piedmont Park. I mean, they're very adjacent to each other, but not the same thing. So we went. It was cool. It was cute. It was a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be, but I like the concept. Like, you get to build your own daffodil, and then you can also like purchase stuff. But I don't really need to purchase anything. I have 2 Lego sets that I already have that I have not started on. So yeah, but I feel like it was a nice start to our day. So I'm probably about to go get some coffee after this and probably go home and edit some videos. Oh, and then I'm actually also going to be doing a real life flower arrangement today to replace the one that I have in my apartment. So I guess this is like the prequel to the real flower arrangement, and then I'll kind of talk to y'all a bit more once I'm doing that. Okay, y'all, so I am back. It's actually a couple of hours later. I stopped by Trader Joe's and it took for freaking ever. It was packed this Saturday, of course. So I'm going to be showing you guys me making a flower arrangement. This is something that I really did want to incorporate into the self-love series that I'm curating on my channel, mainly because I love flowers. I know most women love receiving flowers, and it's about that time. It's like Valentine's Day, close to or adjacent, and I think it's just always so important to give yourself flowers, whether physically or figuratively. So yeah, I got some hydrangeas. I don't know what these are called. Eringo? Thought they were really cool looking. Eringo. Some white roses. And then I actually didn't pay for these. I was going to put them back and the guy was just like, they're on the house, like you can take them if you want them. So I'm like, cool. And I also wanted to show you guys what we got from the LEGO pop-up. So we got this for free. We created like a daffodil that was a part of like the experience. I gotta figure out where I want to put it. And then if you signed up as a LEGO insider, or if you already were one, you got this cute little tote bag. I didn't buy anything physically at the pop-up because I literally have 2 LEGO sets that I haven't even started on, so I didn't really need to spend money on that. But I thought it was something really cool and interesting, and I feel like a nice segue into the topic that I'm going to talk about today, which is, like I was saying, like giving yourself your flowers. I'm gonna actually keep this bag over here, but we're taking out the old flowers. So yeah, I'm going to start with my roses. So y'all, I actually got into, well, let me start with getting myself flowers. So I started buying myself flowers probably I want to say in 2022. And I think it really mainly came from I really do love flowers. Like, I love how they look. I also love, like, people say flowers don't have a smell, and they do. Like, they really do have a smell. I love how they make my space smell. And it was because it was like my first little Valentine's Day. Single child, really single. And you know, I had got some flowers or whatever, but they weren't even like sent to me on Valentine's Day. And I was not talking to anybody seriously. So I kind of decided that, like, hey, I am going to intentionally start getting myself flowers. And then I will say I probably fell off like maybe 2 or 3 months into doing that in 2022. But something just like sparked in me last year, which was 2024. And actually, I kind of want to fluff these out. Sorry, Bookie. I want to show that. I want to fluff these out a little bit. Yeah. But, and these are nice, strong roses. Spoke too soon. But they're still pretty strong roses. But something really like hit a nerve with me in 2024, and it was actually like the week of my birthday, and it wasn't even like a full flower arrangement I made. I saw peonies like a couple of days before my birthday in Trader Joe's, and I honestly had never seen a peony in real life. I'd only seen them like in like posts or videos, and I was like, wow, like I have to get these flowers. So I bought them, left them in my space, and that birthday I actually got so many flowers, and it just made me feel so happy, like waking up every morning and seeing all of those flowers. And I think it was a combination of like understanding like people really thought about the fact that like I really do love flowers, but it was also just like a different type of beauty that those flowers added to my space that I just resonated so well with. And it just made me happy. It made me really, really happy. And those flowers, most of them honestly lasted at least like 2.5, 3 weeks. So once like my birthday flowers wore out, I was just like, I really want to start making my own flower arrangements. And I had seen like a couple of girls on TikTok or whatever make them, and I was just like, you know what, I can do this. Like I'm really good with like colors. I can find a nice little color combo. I'm very good with like picking out color combos. Even if I'm not, like I will adjust, like I'll get used to it. But my first flower arrangement, and this at a time that like I'm still kind of like growing my TikTok, well, I'm still growing my TikTok, but like I probably only had like at least like 150 like followers on TikTok. Now we're nearing 1,000, which is like pretty good for me, or to me at least. And I posted it and it did like really, really well. So it made me happy, because there's nothing more enjoyable than like creating something that you seriously appreciate and other people kind of resonate well with it. But I feel like that wasn't even something that I did for other people. It was more so just like, I want to try this out and see how it makes me feel. And it's just such a relaxing experience. Making a flower arrangement is like extremely relaxing. It's very detailed, and it's also just like a different way for me personally to like tap into creativity. Looking at colors and shapes, like there's so many different types of flowers, y'all. Like so many. Ooh, this one's a little. I ripped all the rose petals off of it. Oh my god. Let's move on to a different one. But it definitely does like spark something different in me creatively, and it makes me feel good. Like waking up every morning and looking at this when I come in the kitchen, it also just makes me feel like, wow, like this is something very simple but intentional that I created. And I think 2025 for me has a lot to do with like intentionality. Okay, I think I'm gonna move on to my next flowers and see how they knit out. But yeah, I think at least bare minimum, buying myself flowers, making a flower arrangement helps me creatively, gets my mind thinking, gets my mind like my creative juices flowing. But it also just like, it gives me like a sense of like, not instant, because I think it still takes time to make a flower arrangement. And also to hone in on like the skills when it comes to like flower arrangements. Like I know people say don't use these and use bleach. I don't have any bleach right now because I literally used the last of it. But taking time to learn your craft, like even scissors, like I know I cut the ends of my stems, but like I should get me some like actual flower shears. Putting ice in there, I need to put some ice in it, but just like learning and kind of like accomplishing something is just it's a very satisfactory experience. So that's one reason why. But I also feel like in general, like you deserve flowers. Like you deserve flowers, you deserve all of the good things. And there's always this debate about how pointless and how much of rip this in half, how much of a waste of money flowers are. Now, I understand the argument, especially when it comes to like dating. It's like, oh, I don't want to buy anyone flowers. That's just like such a waste. Which I feel like is just a BS excuse. told my opinion, just my opinion. But I don't know, I feel like that's just like a weak excuse for being lazy. Especially in general, because like there are plenty of things that like we as people don't like doing, but you do them just because it'll make the other person happy and make them feel special. And I think flowers are one. Oh man, ugh, dang it. I'm gonna try to keep it on there. We'll see. Flowers, oh my gosh, I'm messing these up, y'all. Flowers are one of those things, at least in my opinion, for a lot of women. Like, flowers are just things that make you feel good, they make you feel appreciated, and they're just like normally considered like a thoughtful gift. And just meant to like express honestly anything in a loving regard. I'm going to tweet that off, but whatever. But I also feel like it's just, in my opinion, making flower arrangements, giving yourself your flowers, it's also a way to like take that power back. I think when you're in the self-love season, which you can do while you're single or you're in a relationship, but I'm currently single, while I'm in my single self-love series or self-love era, I feel like I want to cultivate hobbies and things that I enjoy that I feel like I can easily identify with, and the person that I'm dating can also easily identify with, and understand whether they can meet me where I'm at or not. I'm gonna add a couple more roses. And if they cannot, that's okay. But I think things like flowers or like going on like really nice dates are just a testament to understanding like the person that you are. Like, self-discovery is a very real and true thing, and I don't expect every girl to like flowers. I definitely don't expect every girl to like making flower arrangements, but I also feel like I had to realize like there was something that I lacked personally, and that was like having real and honest hobbies, like finding things that sorry y'all, I feel like this is like going on a tangent, but I think the purpose behind like floral arrangements for me was like, it was truly an opportunity for me to find something that I really enjoy doing, but also something I really enjoy receiving. Like, I think regardless of if other people like certain things, I like them. Like, even if people don't like Pilates, for example, I feel like this is always my go-to example because Pilates is very trending, but if I didn't have the opportunity to learn about it through social media, I wouldn't have realized that I may not be my favorite may not be Reformers Pilates, but I am obsessed with hot Pilates. Like, you gotta find what works for you, and I may not necessarily want you know, flowers that are still in the plastic if I go on a date, but like, I would absolutely love if somebody bought me a whole bunch of flowers that like, and they're like, I know these are your favorite colors, and I know you like making flower arrangements, like I bought these for you, I want to see what the flower arrangement looks like. Something like that would be so thoughtful to me. Or even just like a curated boutique. I love all red roses or all pink roses, but like something that just is like colorful and like shows like personality. I don't know, I think understanding yourself will also like help other people understand and learn how to love you better. And I think now that I'm like learning to love myself in a way that I never have, I understand certain things that are like non-negotiables and things that I feel like are extremely important. And I think flowers are one of those things for me. Like, if you're dating me, and when I say me, I mean me in particular, I want flowers. Like, even if I don't get flowers on our first date, they need to come on the second. Like, I should be getting something that shows me that you're being intentional about dating me or courting me, or even just trying to understand who I am as a person. Like, I think that's sometimes where a lot of people get things messed up when it comes to like dating yourself and dating other people. Like, certain things are just a part of the courting experience, but I think there are so many opportunities that I feel like people miss because they're too caught up in like wanting so badly not to do what women are requesting and trying to be a contrarian, that they miss, like, you miss the purpose and the point. Like, you miss the fact that you getting to know a woman that you're dating, she might not even like flowers, but you're so hell-bent on like not doing certain things because most women want them, or most women have wanted them, that you're not like paying true attention. And I think that once again has a lot to do with like how you treat yourself and how you treat your space and how you show up as your authentic self. And I think for a long time, I don't think I showed up as my most authentic self in spaces, and I think sometimes I still don't. I think I'm learning how to be my most authentic self, but with a grain of salt in certain spaces. But I want to always continue to be authentic to me, and I think we're in such a copy-paste society at the moment that like people really don't know what is truly authentic and real to them. I'm gonna try it with the next. People really don't know what's true and authentic to them, and I think you just have to explore things, explore people, and explore new and improved spaces. And also like check in with yourself and see how you feel after doing certain things. Like, I know after I make a flower arrangement, I feel accomplished. I feel seen by myself. And I feel like motivated to continue to create, or even just like brainstorm ideas about like what I can create next. I feel just overall motivated, excited, and loved. Like, there's nothing that sometimes makes me feel more loved than like receiving a flower or even just like a thoughtful note. Like, but I think in order for people outside of your scope to do those things for you, you have to do them for yourselves. Like, show up in a way that makes you feel seen to yourself, and I feel like people will see you better. And I think that's always been something that I've struggled with, feeling unseen or like overlooked in certain spaces, tending to play the back and not necessarily be as like vibrant as I know that I truly am on the inside, or even who I truly am like around some of my closer friends or family. And I just had to realize that like I was not being overlooked in every space. I was allowing myself to play the background and not using the voice that God gave me. And I think a way that I am starting, that was crazy. I feel like a way that I'm starting to show up as my authentic self and learn how to be 100% authentic to who I am as a person is through flower arrangements, through creating TikToks, through how I dress, like showing my personality through like color. Like, I remember for a long time I was just like an all black girl, black leggings, maybe a black graphic tee, but like I didn't really showcase how much I love color. Like, I love adding color to a fit, but I also love a neutral. But I'm a funky neutral girl. Like, I think people are really starting to learn and understand like who I am by like what I create. And I think, at least for me, that is what flowers or floral arrangements has done for my self-love and my just self-discovery journey overall. Like, it's really helped me tap into who I'm becoming and how I can continue to show up as the best version of myself. And it just starts with doing, you know, like, because at the end of the day, you don't always get everything right. Like this floral arrangement, I was picking stuff out and I'm just like, I don't even know if these colors don't go together like that. But like, even if they don't, like, I tried. Next time I'll try something different, and the time after that I'll try something different. And once I get into a groove, I'm going to continue to learn, because like learning and growing and like creativity is not a linear process. Like, you never stop creating. I think even if you don't consider yourself a creative, you're always creating or curating things, even if you're not the executor. And I think as people, we have to continue to grow, continue to evolve as people and in different spaces. And I think this is a hobby that I feel like made me feel seen, and honestly just helped me. It kind of healed my, not all of them, but it kind of healed some of my past relationship wounds. And I don't want to get too deep in this, because I ain't trying to tell all my business, child. But I remember it was a specific occasion where I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna switch this out. I remember it was a specific occasion where my ex-boyfriend, he and I actually had first started dating, and for Valentine's Day, he got me a rose bush. Now, if you know me, you know I've mentioned like enjoying plants, but even at the time, I don't think I've ever told him that, because I've never had a plant, never owned a plant for real. My aunt gave me a plant and I killed it by accident, sorry. So yeah, just that for context. So it was our first Valentine's Day, and he got me a rose bush. And I'm like, he was just like, you know what, like, this is so I don't have to. And I feel like he wasn't saying it like in a bad way, but I feel like he was just saying like, this is so I don't have to get you flowers all the time. You'll always have flowers for me. And I think it was a thoughtful idea, somewhat in concept, but I also think down the line, it was just a testament to like him sometimes being lazy and also being cheap at times, which, you know, I can sometimes be a little cheap when it comes to certain things, but like when it comes to doing things for other people, I try not to be too cheap. Or honestly, I really don't feel like I be cheap. I try to find deals for sure, but I don't think I'm cheap when it comes to other people. Anyway, and at the moment, I thought it was like thoughtful, like, oh, this is so cute. Like, he wants me to have roses forever from him. Baby, them roses were dead within the month. Like, they were dead. I lived in an apartment. I didn't know if they were supposed to stay inside or go outside. I didn't know when to water them. I was overwatering them, underwatering them. It was just too much for my little brain. Like, I did not have the capacity to know how to take care of that plant. Like, and mind you, I'm in college. I don't even stay at my apartment all the time. Like, it just wasn't logistically a good gift for me. And I feel like it like lacked the consciousness of who I am as a person. And I remember it was a period of time where he and I had like broken up or whatever, and I was just like you need to be like courting me again. Like, this is courting time. Like, if you and I aren't together, then you need to be doing like dating stuff. And even when we used to date when I was like younger, he would never really buy me flowers, and I was just like, why don't you buy me flowers? Like, I actually really love flowers. And he told me, like, he was just like, flowers are a waste of money. Like, why would I buy you flowers when they're gonna die? And in that moment, subconsciously, I knew like this just isn't the person for me. Not because you won't buy me flowers, but like because you just don't understand me. Like, you don't understand that, like, this is something that I actually enjoy and that makes me happy. And if it costs you $5, and mind you, at the time I was not as into flowers as I am now, so I would have been cool with the $15 flowers from Publix. Like, it's just the thought that counts. But at the time, he was just like, why would I buy you flowers? Like, I bought you a rose bush and you killed it. And I was just like, oh, wow. Like, that's crazy that you said that, because I really, in hindsight, did not like that rose bush. Like, I don't think you took the time to think about the fact that, like, I don't have plants. I don't know how to take care of a plant. I don't even really think I have, like, a green thumb for real. I just like flowers. I like flower arrangements. I like color. And he also knew that I was a creative person. So, I feel like he lacked intentionality when it came to my relationship and came to our relationship and the things that I liked. Like, and it didn't stop with flowers. It stopped with, like, not stopped, it started with flowers, but I think it's trickled and spilled over into a lot of other things. And I think it kind of prevented me from wanting things or, like, asking for certain things, because I feel like it was, like, too much. Like, am I asking for too much? Like, are flowers, like, stupid to get as a woman? Like, is it dumb for me to want flowers when we go on a date? Like, is it dumb for me to want flowers on a random day? Like, when you just went to the store and you were like, oh, my girl would love these flowers. Like, these are her favorites. Like, it would just make me question so much about, like, the things that I required in our relationship outside of just flowers. And it kind of, like, made me question myself a lot. And I'm a little heavy-handed today. And I think after the fact, I realized that, like, I don't think it was him. And I'm coming to this realization because, you know, things happen. I don't think it was him, but I also think, like, as a person who is relearning how to, like, love themselves properly in order for somebody to be able to love who I am properly. And that's not even just, like, romantic relationships, platonic relationships as well. Like, you, even if you don't enjoy what I enjoy, I feel like you should respect it. And I also feel like, in general, like, I hate the concept of, like, people don't owe you anything and people aren't obligated to like what you like and do what you want for them to do. Like, the world doesn't revolve around you, and the world does not revolve around me. But I also think that, like, in general, we should be able to adjust and adapt to the things that the people that we claim that we love need in certain moments. And I don't think it's anything wrong with, at times, like, compromising what you prefer for something that will make a person that you love happy temporarily. Like, you should not continuously compromise, and I think that was where I went wrong. Like, I was compromising the things that I enjoyed and the things that were making me happy in a relationship for something that made somebody else comfortable. And I just refuse to ever, and when I say ever do that again. Like, I completely refuse to ever do that again, and I don't and will not allow myself to compromise the things and the people and the places that I love just to make the people around me comfortable. So if someone that I'm dating can't simply get me flowers, and once again, even if you get flowers from Whole Foods, y'all, they wrap them for free. You can go to Publix and ask them to wrap flowers. Like, I've gotten so many people really nice flower arrangements, long stem roses from Whole Foods, Target. I got roses from Target before. Like, people don't be caring. Like, that's what it comes down to. Like, people don't care about you the way that you think, because once challenged or put to the test about something so simple, people fall, people crumble. And I think I also have to hold myself accountable, because at the end of the day, if I can't do the things that I require from other people for myself, then why would they ever take me seriously? Like, why would you ever think that I love flowers if you don't see my flowers, if you don't see me buying flowers, or even if you don't see me stopping at the park when I see flowers, like, oh my gosh, I love flowers. Like, showing up in a way that, like, I'm not compromising because this is something that you don't enjoy. Showing up for myself in a way that if a partner does come into my life, they have to add to that and meet me where I am. And even when it comes to friendships, I think maintaining hobbies, maintaining the time that you have for yourself. Like, if my Saturday morning consists of me making a flower arrangement and going to freaking Trader Joe's and walking around and browsing the new area where they got new snacks and new wine, or going to hot Pilates and going to the Beltline, that's my time. And if I choose to compromise that or include someone else in that, that's fine. But I'm not continuously going to go out of my way, compromise my time, compromise my money, compromise my efforts for people that do not reciprocate that energy when it comes to the small things. And I think that's something that I'm personally working on and have been doing a lot better at. But like, understand the small things turn into large things. Like, someone who won't get you flowers, or someone who doesn't call and check in on you, or someone who is not intentional when it comes to you for small things, they won't be intentional when it comes to big things. And I think I'm also trying to hold myself accountable when it comes to my friendships, and prayerfully whenever I get back into a relationship or start back dating, like, I want to be intentional there as well, because I want to give out the energy that I'm giving to myself. But I think in order for me to be able to give out that energy, I have to understand who I am, whose I am, and how that energy is with myself. Like, once I understand who I am internally and all of the things that I require, and love myself fully as that person, like my authentic and true self, I feel like that time and only that time I can honestly and truly reciprocate love to anybody else that comes into my life. And I feel like I have made so much progress, like so much progress when it comes to my friendships and my relationships. And understanding that, like, I'm not meant to fix anything. Like, I am meant to be who I am, live in my truth and live in my authentic self. I'm not meant to fix a person or fix a situation or fix a thing if that other person is not choosing to fix it. I feel like I need to fix things within myself, and any person that is meant to be in my life will naturally adapt and adjust around that. So hopefully that was like all making sense. I feel like that was like a little bit of a ramble session. But yeah, I think in this season of life, I truly am learning, because it is a long time coming and a long time to go. But I think I'm learning to embrace, honestly and truly and genuinely embrace who I am as a young woman, all of my talents, how I show up to the world. And I'm really loving who I am. And I'm excited to see who I am in the next 6 months, based on the discipline and the change and the things that I'm implementing into my life when it comes to working out, like taking care of my body, taking care of my hair, taking care of my nails, honing in on the relationships that truly do mean a lot to me, and the people that show up for me consistently, like how I show up for them, being intentional when it comes to God and going to church, reading my Bible, like honestly even content creation. Like, I feel like this is the longest stint I've had on YouTube and TikTok, and I am honestly genuinely very proud of myself and proud of how I am intentionally pouring into the things that I feel like are aligned with my values and my goals and my talents. And I feel like in general, like, God doesn't give you anything that is meant to be wasted. And if you waste it, then he will give your assignment to other people. Like, I truly do believe that. Like, God doesn't let his purpose go unfulfilled just because you don't want to do the work. And I think there have been times where I did not steward seasons of singleness, seasons of growth, seasons of opportunity, because I was not living and showing up or trying to even show up as the best version of myself, or trying but only using my will and my might. Like at the end of the day, you need God in order to continue to show up as the person that he has ordained for you to be. And I think I'm learning that, like, I am not meant to travel this life alone, whether I mean like a relationship, whether I mean friendship, whether I mean family. Like I am meant to lean on other people, but in particular God, when it comes to how I move through this life. And God places certain people in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And the season that I'm in, he's pruning and adjusting and changing the people that are in my space. And I'm excited to see how the next 6 months net out when it comes to my space, my mental space, my physical space, and the space around me, how it adapts, how it changes, and how it grows. So hopefully that wasn't too much rambling going on, but I am very, very thankful if you guys made it to the end of this video, whether it was one person or a million people who watched this video. I am very, very thankful for your intentionality and staying to the end of this long behind video, because I talked a lot and hopefully it all made sense. I feel like I was just like rambling, but I'm very, very excited about my flower arrangement. I think it turned out super cute. So we got some white, some pink, a little bit like a purplish blue. I think it's super cool and spunky and funky. And yeah, y'all let me know any like color combos that y'all recommend. I thought this was like really cute, really cutesy with my style for like a Valentine's Day bouquet. Yeah, I love the flower arrangement. I hope you guys also enjoyed the content from the LEGO Botanical Garden at Piedmont Park. And if you're in Atlanta, tomorrow is, well, I'll probably be posting this on Sunday, so today is the last day to go. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. is when the Botanical Garden is open. No, I think it's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So yeah, go check it out. You get a free daffodil. You can do white and, oh no, I have Tiffany's. Mine is supposed to be white and yellow. This is hers though. Hers is yellow. Mine was white and yellow. So I want mine. But you can switch up the petals. You can do all white, you can do all yellow, or you can do white and yellow. And you will also still purchase from their LEGO Botanical Garden set. And I think this is also going to different cities. So definitely look it up. It might be coming to your city. I feel like I saw New York on there. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Safe to take a step out. Guess I'm in now.